What if I told you that the best video editors in the world actually do less work than you? In 2026, the top 1% is not defined by how many plugins you own. It's defined by editorial judgment. Most people think speed comes from typing faster, but it actually comes from knowing exactly what to cut. I have analyzed the top performing videos of the year, and they all follow one specific invisible rhythm. Here is the exact blueprint to master it in half the time. This is the most critical realization an editor can make. You are not editing video, you are editing human attention. To be in the top 1%, you have to stop thinking about cool cuts and start thinking about dopamine loops. The first step to a high retention edit is identifying the viewer's intent. Why did they click? What do they want to feel? If your edit doesn't match their emotional state, they will leave in a second. Spatial match cutting. Never just jump to a new room. If the camera is moving in the right kitchen, the next shot of the dining room must also move right. This creates a subconscious tour that keeps the viewer's mindset relaxed and engaged. Sensory soundscapes. Top 1% editors don't just use lo-fi track. They layer diegetic sound. The click of the designer kitchen drawer, the splash of the pool, the chop of parts in the garden. This makes the viewers feel like they are already living there. The information gap, the visual translation. Never let a speaker talk for more than 10 seconds without a pattern interrupt. If they explain a concept, you must immediately show a 2D animation, a paper texture overlay, or a B-roll metaphor to reset viewers' focus. Strategic jackers. Start the audio of the next sentence 0.5 seconds before the current visual ends. This pulls the viewers into the next thought, making it psychologically harder for them to click away because the next part has already started. Product ads, the dopamine trigger. Every single action of the product must land exactly on a dumb tangent in the music that creates a brain tickly effect that makes the video satisfying to watch and look. The color flip. Use a cold muted light for the problem and a vibrant warm light for the solution. This visual contrast tells the viewer's brain that the product is safe and rewarding without saying a word. The 1% rule for 15-minute retention. Watch your edit at 2x speed with no sound. If you can still understand the story and the visuals don't feel boring, you have a 1% edit. If you get bored, your pacing is too slow. Understanding the gap, why they stay. In psychology, this is called the information gap theory. The concept is you pose a question or a visual problem in the first 5 seconds. The edit is you delay the answer until the end. Example, if you are editing a product ad for a waterproof phone case, don't show the phone working perfectly fast, show the phone falling into a pool in slow motion. The viewer's brain must stay to see if it survives. The pattern interrupt. The human brain is designed to ignore the things that stay the same. If a shot lasts longer than 3 to 5 seconds without a change, the human brain feels boring. Top 1% technique. Every 3 seconds change something. A punch in, a text overlay, a subtle sound effect, a B-roll overlay. The goal is you are poking the viewer's brain to say, hey, looking there, something new happened. Mirroring the viewer's heart rate. Your first task, the silent audit. Before you drag a single clip onto your timeline, ask yourself these 3 questions. Who is watching? A 19-year-old gamer or a 45-year-old CEO? What is the big trick? They want to laugh, buy, or learning? What is the vibe? Is it chaotic energy or professional authority? Pro tip is, if you are editing an educational video, your cut should happen when the speaker finishes a thought. If you are editing a comedy video, your cut should happen during the reaction to create a snappy feel. In the world of the top 1%, editing is just the assembly, but design is the architecture. If you can't design a beautiful frame, you are just a person cutting together ugly footage. The problem, visual friction. Most editor fails because they ignore visual hierarchy. The symptom is random fonts, clashing color, and cluttered screen. The viewer's brain has to work too hard to figure out where to look. This causes cognitive overload. When a viewer feels overloaded or confused by a messy screen, they subconsciously hit the back button. This is why cheap edit have such low retention. What is design in video? Design is not just making it pretty, it is intentional communication. Top 1% editors use design to guide the eye. They use the rule of third and negative space to ensure the subject is the hero. They don't just place text, they ensure it to the geometry of the shot, so it feels like part of the world. Color and type harmony. Design in colors means choosing a color plate and a typeface scale. A top editor knows that a bold sans serif font conveys authority and a thin serif font conveys luxury. They never makes pipes. The solution, how to learn design. You don't need a 4-year degree. You need to train your design eye through reverse engineering. Take a screenshot of a video, from a top-tier creator like Magnetis Media or Apple. Bring it into your editor and overlay a grid. Ask where is the text, how much empty space is there, which two colors are dominant. Mimic this proportion in your own work. Master micro design basics. Spend 1 week learning just 3 things: kerning, letter spacing, white space, breathing room, and contrast light versus dark. Once you master this, your basic edits will suddenly look like they cost $10,000. The squint test. Squint your eyes until the screen is blurry. If you can still tell where the important part of the screen is because of the shapes and contrast, your design is elite. If everything blends into a gray mess, your design is failing the edit. To stay in the top 1%, you can't just be a bottom pusher. You have to be a perpetual student. In a world where software changes every month, your ability to learn is more valuable than what you already know. The level up engine. Most editors learn just enough to get by, then they stop. They use the same 3 transitions and the same 2 fonts for years. The danger in the 2026 market. If you are not evolving, you are becoming obsolete. The average editors is being replaced by automation. The top 1% editors uses automation to work faster, while they spend their time learning higher level creative strategy. The solution, the 1% practice routine. The best in the world don't just edit for clients, they edit for growth. Every time you start a new project, commit to learning one new technique you have never done before. Whether it's a specific color masking or a new way to animate text. This compounded learning makes you a best in 6 months. AI as your co-pilot. Don't fear AI. Use it as your intern. Top editors use AI for the boring stuff, cleaning up noisy audio, generating rough transcripts, or extending background texture. Let AI do the mechanical work so you can focus on emotional work. AI can cut a clip, but it can't tell a joke or make a viewer cry. How to learn without burning up. You don't need to watch 10-hour courses, you need targeted learning. The reverse engineering method. Find a 5-second clip from a movie or a creator you love. Try to recreate it exactly. Don't move on until yours looks identical. This teaches you the why behind the how. When you watch a movie, don't just watch the story. Count the seconds between cuts. Listen for the subtle sound of a door closing or wind blowing. See the invisible work. The 1% practice secret. The uncomfortable metric. If you feel 100% comfortable while editing, you are not growing. If your hand knows where the every key is and you are not searching for the better way to do things, you are in the slow lane. So stop overthinking, start editing, and don't forget to like and subscribe if this helps.